Hello and welcome to the preview for the ECB rate decision and press conference. So firstly, just starting with the rate decision itself, this is very much expected to be a non-event with all three key rates expected to remain on hold. But just in terms of the press conference, this is where all the bulk of the focus will be, as it has been throughout the past few months. So just to recap what we saw in last month's press conference, there were two real main takeaways. So we saw ECB President Draghi say that ECB would be willing to buy bonds up until a yield of minus 0.2%. And secondly, we did also see the latest growth and inflation forecast from the ECB, which was actually met with some speculation that the ECB may not reach their near to 2% inflation target by the proposed current end of the programme in September 2016. Therefore, some participants did speculate this could potentially lead to an extension of the programme somewhere down the line. So just in terms of this time around, we could see an extension of this speculation whereby ECB Draghi could be questioned whether the ECB would be willing to extend purchases. However, given that it is relatively early days in the purchasing programme with only 1 month of purchases so far, it's unlikely that we're going to see Draghi pre-commit too much. However, if he does drop some sort of subtle hints, then we could see yet more record low yields for European paper. However, on the flip side to this, some analysts have suggested that given the successful and aggressive nature of the bond purchases so far, we could actually see the ECB potentially curtailing their bond purchases somewhere before the September 2016 mark. However, analysts at SocGen do suggest that such talk of this is currently pretty premature, because like I said, we're only 1 month into purchases. So just in terms of other things which could be brought up, there could be some more technical focuses, some more for the fixed income guys out there. So one thing that analysts have speculated is, would the ECB actually potentially run out of bonds given the aggressive nature of purchases so far? So therefore, somewhere down the line, the ECB may need to adjust the threshold for which bonds are eligible or change the share limits for certain issuances to increase the pool of bonds from which they can buy. But like I already said, it's still early days and it's very much unlikely that ECB are going to commit to any adjustments at this stage. And finally, of course, Greece could potentially be another talking point. So this could be something we could see in the Q&A, whereby ECB President Draghi could be quizzed on the ECB stance at Greece. However, given the relatively successful start to the ECB bond purchasing programme, it's unlikely that Draghi is going to try and settle the market too much and undo some of the ECB's hard work. So it's very much likely to see a reiteration of the party line from the ECB, whereby they're going to try to do their best to reach some sort of compromise with Greece. And there may obviously be certain questions on the ELA, which the ECB have been relatively accommodative of so far. The only real source of discontent has been from ECB's Wiseman, who is a notable hawk on the ECB Council, so therefore his views aren't necessarily in kilt with that of the ECB as a whole. So that's all from me, and thank you for watching.